All right. It's absolutely amazing that these degenerate reprobate devils from hell, the time and effort they have to put into going after myself, and now they're going to go after Shawn Stuller. But this is a letter that my wife sent to me, and looks like this Jim Lott guy, who's an absolute devil, wicked, you know, just degenerate sons of Belial. I hate even mentioning his name. Um, Normally, I just ignore him and people like him, like Robert Beatty. But my wife sent me looks like he's bragging that he sent this letter to Sean's warden. It's one thing to come after me because I feel like I can take care of myself, but to go after Sean, who's a captive of the enemy, and to try to get him in further trouble, just shows you the lowliness of these people's character. And I wanted to read to you a letter he wrote to the warden of Blackwater River Correctional Facility. It says, I just sent this letter to the warden of Blackwater Prison. It concerns the plan by Stuller to use Rudy Davis to contact his victims, the Ostranders. First of all, Sean didn't direct me to contact the Ostranders. That was my idea. Sean might have thought about it as well, but let me tell you something. I am the one who came up with that idea, and Sean did not direct me to do that. Sir, I am reporting to you that Shawn Stuller, P43632, is planning to contact his victims, the Ostranders, using Rudy Davis. The conversation starts about 1:15 and continues for several minutes, and then he gives the YouTube link. The person who will be making the calls for Stuller is named Rudy Davis, and he lives in Forney, Texas. Mr. Davis is infamous for his threats against the president. Mr. Davis threatened to behead him. Mr. Davis' actions have brought the Secret Service to his home and work. Mr. Davis filmed the encounter and placed it on the internet. Mr. Davis has violent threats against a federal judge, Judge Margaret Casey Rogers, and was investigated again, this time by Homeland Security. I could go on and on about Mr. Davis. Mr. Davis is a violent presence on the internet and has no sense of values or respect, while cursing and intimidating anyone that does not share in his deviant behavior. Mr. Davis is an associate of Peter Santilli. Mr. Santilli is now in jail awaiting trial for felony charges from his actions in the Burns, Oregon and Bundy standoff in Nevada. I fear for the Ostranders if they are contacted by Mr. Davis and do not meet his demands. This entire letter is nothing but misdirection, lies, just total a perversion of the truth. There's no way whatsoever I've ever said anything bad about the Ostranders. The only reason I would want to reach out to them is to let them make a public statement of what happened that night, as well as if they wanted to comment on Shawn Stuller's 20-year prison sentence. And I would lead off the conversation, Mr. Ostrander, if you don't want me to ever contact you again, say the word and I'll never contact you again. And I would leave it at that. But you see how perverted these Jim Lotts and Robert Beatty's are, and how they try to twist everything. And all of this stuff that he's mentioned, there's no substance to it whatsoever. And matter of fact, Lois Lerner was exposed for targeting people without valid reason. So he sent that to the warden. It's likely that the warden will take action against Shawn Stuller, just like YouTube took action against me when Jim Lott said that I threatened him by saying, you'll be sorry, which he will be sorry when he's thrown into the lake of fire, and God Almighty has vengeance on his ass. Sorry for me getting a little excited, but I'm not going to do anything to Jim Lott, but God will eventually. God will absolutely come after these reprobates, and I will be yelling to the top of my lungs, vengeance, vengeance, vengeance on your sorry asses for what you're doing. But in any event, let's continue. The warden of the warden of Blackwater River Facility is Scott Middlebrooks. He's got an email address named smiddlebrooks at geogroup.com. And I'm going to send him a letter. You guys can watch him as I hit the send button. Hello, Mr. Middlebrooks. My name is Rudy Davis. It has come to my attention that people who, how do I want to word this? People who have nothing better to do than to lie and twist, pervert the truth to send you letters with the sole purpose of getting Shawn Stuller into trouble. I have I sincerely do not wish to do any action which results in harm or penalty to Shawn Stuller. I do, however, have a passion for exposing corruption and lies, and I pray that you do as well. If you ever are concerned by letters from third parties about activities or accusations regarding myself, please feel free to contact me and we can have open dialogue. My phone number is 972-839-9848, but I don't usually answer unless I know who is calling. If you leave a voicemail or text, I will immediately try to call you back if you ever want to discuss anything with me. I am a friend of Shawn Stuller's, and I sincerely believe that he should not have received a 20-year prison sentence. I only want to awaken the public to this and educate people about Shawn's case. Regardless of my political and religious, how do you spell religious? R-E-L-I, religious views, I do not intend to purposely break any prison rules and regulations or threaten or pose any threat to anyone for no cause. Okay, I think that should pretty much do it. You know, this is his email. This is his email address, folks, right here. smiddlebrooks@geogroup.com. If you want to send a letter to him on behalf of Shawn and just say, you know, there are people out there that are trying to falsely portray Shawn in a very negative light, and I'm concerned they're going to throw him in solitary or take away his phone privileges or penalize Shawn unjustly, even more so, because of all these reprobates who, you know, follow Shawn around. They follow me around. They do everything they can to, you know, get our YouTube channel taken down, to affect our life. And, you know, the only way I can think of to fight these people is to expose light on them. They will get their just end in the eternal lake of fire. And I'll be so, you know, I just can't wait for the day of judgment to come to these evil bastards. And I just long for that, because I see how evil they are and the evil fruits of their labor, the Robert Beatty's of the world, the Jim Lotts of the world. I hate even mentioning their name, because I know they giggle and they have man crushes, and anytime their name is mentioned, they love the spotlight. So it's just, we got to fight them by exposing the light on them. So anyway, this is the letter. Let me just say, because of Jesus Christ, so he knows I'm a Christian. Uh, Rudy Davis, cell 972-839-9840. Okay, let's just send it. All right. So let's. That's it. If you want to send a letter to Scott Middlebrooks, please do so. Thank you.